What does it mean? A win mean for both teams? Bengals, Bills.
Um, a win for the Bills would help Josh Allen's legacy, where he's able to bounce back, turning the ball over 3 times, and then play a disciplined game, not turn the ball over, and then go head to head with Joe Burrow, and then kind of create this triangle where Josh Allen beats Joe Burrow beats Patrick Mahomes, and Patrick Mahomes beats Josh Allen. If Joe Burrow wins this game, he is the dude in the AFC, and the Bengals are officially the team to beat because he's saying, I can go to Buffalo and I can go to Kansas City on the road and win a playoff game on my own, and then I can stay with it, not turn the ball over, stay consistent, and then be the guy, beat Josh Allen head to head in the playoffs, no problem, and then go ahead and beat Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs and beat him 3 times the first time we met. So Joe Burrow, okay, I'm undefeated versus Josh Allen and Patrick Mahomes. That's a huge accomplishment. How about you?
I think you kind of nailed it. I think if the Bengals win, I think this starts to say, okay, we're the team that you have to run through in the AFC. Potentially a changing of the guard if the Chiefs were to lose to the Jaguars in this game. And, not even 24 hours later, the Bengals make it to their second straight AFC title game. I think with a Bengals win, I think it puts the Bengals as the new face of the AFC, especially with Joe Burrow. And potentially with another Super Bowl appearance, he could potentially surpass Patrick Mahomes. Although I think Patrick Mahomes has some plays that are only Patrick Mahomes level plays. If Josh Allen wins, I think right now, I think it's safe to say that second and third is Josh Allen and Josh Allen and Joe Burrow. And the winner of this game will be number 2 consensus wise. I would put Joe Burrow at number 2, but I understand why someone would put Josh Allen number 2.
Yeah.
And so with a Josh Allen win, I think he stays at that number 2 spot with a chance to redeem himself against last year's game with Patty Mahomes.
Yeah, and then we have to put this game in context where Joe Burrow's still missing 4 of his starters on the offensive line. So it's like it's still an accomplishment where Joe Burrow can get sacked and hit, and then what that does is he's not holding onto the ball. He can get it out quick. He's being decisive, and then just the plays he was reading and calling out the audibles reminded me a lot about Brady, where you mentioned it. Yeah, Burrow, does he have a Patrick Mahomes play? No. Does he have the arm strength of Josh Allen? Probably not. Is Josh Allen more talented? Yeah, but is he steady? Can he audible, read the play, get the ball out, and get you to a Super Bowl with no offensive line? Yeah, he can do that. And I feel like the Brady argument, where it's like Brady can't make the most throws, he doesn't have the most talent, but he's the smartest guy on the football field.
Yeah, I think the big thing I would use with Joe Burrow is that he's surgical.
Yeah.
He's surgical. He can pick a team apart and puts the ball where it needs to go. So that's why I like Joe Burrow. I think Patty Mahomes definitely, everyone knows he's like the consensus number 1 right now. But
yeah, until someone takes it from him.
Exactly. Yeah. So as far as the game, Bengals at +5 is a lock to me.
Yeah.
If there's any game, I mean, as we get closer to the Super Bowl, there's a lot more uncertainties.
Yeah.
But I feel like this is the Bengals game to lose.
Yeah, there's no way I see this being a 3-point game if the Bengals lose. And honestly, I can see the Bengals winning by like 14. Potentially. If Josh Allen plays like he did versus Miami, absolutely you're going to lose because Josh Allen, aside from last year he played 2 perfect NFL games, and then he thought he got screwed versus the Chiefs with the overtime rules, even though Cincinnati proved that was complete bullshit and your defense can actually show up and make a stop, especially when you have the number 1 ranked defense in the NFL.
All right. Anyways.
Yeah.
Continue.
Yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say.
Yeah, I just had to add that in there.
Yeah, I just had to.
He had a reason to feel slighted. He had 2 perfect games, and it came down to a coin toss. He has a right to be petty about it.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say because he had 2 perfect NFL games, but before that, he got absolutely destroyed by the Chiefs, and then he was in a really close playoff game with Phillip Rivers.
Yeah.
So it's like. It's not like he's played amazing outside of last year in the playoffs.
Well, if we wanted to pick it apart, we could also say that Joe Burrow had a close game against Ryan Tannehill, who threw 4 picks, and had a close game against Derek Carr, who had, honestly, that Raiders team was nowhere near as good as the Bengals.
With the worst offensive line in the NFL, and then Mike Vrabel's defense and Jeffrey Simmons and those boys and Max Crosby coming after him with the Raiders. Yeah. So it's like Joe Burrow's done it with the worst offensive line in the NFL.
Yeah, and the best weapons in the NFL.